Honda and Nissan announcing plans this week for a potential merger that would be valued around $54 billion. Our next guest thinks Nissan would be, quote, the victim of carnage if the deal comes to fruition. Let's bring in someone who knows the company very well, the former Nissan chairman, longtime CEO, Carlos Ghosn, who joins us from Beirut, Lebanon, where he has been now almost 5 years to the date since escaping Japan in dramatic fashion. Carlos, it's good to have you. Welcome.
Thank you, Sarah.
So what do you think of this potential merger?
I think it's going to be a tough deal if it happens, because you know that there are a lot of conditions for the deal to proceed. I understand that the CEO of Honda said that the deal will proceed only if Nissan is able to reposition itself and to be successful in their little turnaround plan that they have been announcing, which means if it is not successful, maybe the deal will not take place. Now, if it takes place, obviously Honda is in the driver's seat, it's obvious, and it's going to be very tough because the two companies are a complete duplication one of the other. There is very, very little complementarity between them. And these are two very strong engineering companies, and you know the pride of engineers, particularly in Japan, is very high, something to deal with for management. So a lot of conflicts, a lot of arbitrage going to be necessary. It's going to be tough.
Well, I wanted to ask you about something that you unfortunately have a lot of experience with this, which is government control and government working with a company like Nissan or Honda. Do you think that the government is pulling the strings here and putting this deal together?
Well, in my opinion, without any doubt, I don't think something like this can happen without receiving a green light from the Métis. It may be even an initiative of Métis because, as you know, I've been leading Nissan for 17 years, and the relationship between Nissan and Honda or Nissan and Toyota were always courteous but extremely competitive. So envisioning at a certain point in time that the two companies are going to be working within the same set, within the same, whatever you want to call it, partnership, alliance, merger, is going to be very hard, particularly for the Nissan people, because obviously they're going to be the second-tier citizen.
Yeah, and METI is the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, part of the Japanese government. So how did Nissan get here? Because I have showed a long-term chart of the stock of Nissan, and it really is incredible. It's since you got accused, basically, in Japan and left Nissan, the stock has been on a one-way ticket lower. What happened?
Well, you know, in the car industry, whenever a company has a problem, at the end of the day, no matter what are the challenges, it's always about management. Always about management. Because the difficulties are the same. You know, if there is a COVID, there is COVID for everybody. If there is a recession, there is a recession for everybody. If the Chinese maker become more competitive, it's valid for everybody. Why some companies suffer more than the others? It's always management. Unfortunately, IT and management are being judged on their result. Unfortunately, the scorecard of Nissan is pitiful. So I consider that this is mainly a weak management issue.
You call this a desperate move, that there's panic mode at Nissan. But to what degree is scale needed? So this is maybe a strategic move that has to happen in what is becoming a more scaled industry itself.
Yeah. No, look, if it was really strategic and not panic, you would select a company which is complementary to your company. In 1999, when I arrived in Japan, there was a big complementarity between Renault and Nissan. Nissan was strong in the United States, Renault was not present. Nissan was weak in Europe, Renault was present in Europe. Nissan was strong in 4x4, Renault was strong in small cars. So Renault was strong in diesel, Nissan was in the combustion engine. So there was a complementarity of technology, of geography, etc. So you could work on it. But here you have total duplication. Nissan and Honda are weak in China. Both of them are weak in Europe. Both of them are on the defensive in the United States. So I don't know how two companies which are on the defensive and on retreat in some markets are going to help each other. Obviously, you're going to do the obvious synergies that mean purchasing together, but this is stuff that everybody has already done. There is no obvious sophisticated synergy to happen when you look at footprint of the two companies. Maybe in the future, but it still have to be demonstrated.